Welcome back to another video. Why do modern devices like electrical plants and electronic stuff tend to have a more shorter life and they break down a lot more faster than products which were produced 10, 15, 20, 40 or even 60 years ago? It's how they are being developed and the components they use inside, especially with electrical appliances in a house and electronics. The manufacturers tend to program an obsolete date. That means after a certain time it's guaranteed to break down, and therefore obviously you have to take it to repair, and there are issues of finding parts that are not available, and they say, what the heck, it's better off buying a brand new product. Like all things, they have cheap components. It's all a question of economics, because having a poorer component will have a shorter duty life of the product, and obviously who purchase these components for the manufacturer is no more your so-called engineer or technician. It's the accountant of the establishment, which probably has no type of knowledge, technically speaking, on the product and the components consist of, which he has to purchase. It's all a question of saving money, and therefore you said despite made in China, all that stuff, it's whether it's made, it's the same thing. Its duty cycle, life duty cycle, is programmed to break down after so many God knows cycles, because to make you purchase more things. And this is a problem when it comes to eco-waste. Where all these electronic stuff end up in the dustbin because it's not repairable. The fact is, respect, some years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you had a technician who repaired everything just about. Electrical appliances that still exist, but when it comes to TV and hi-fi radio, you know, most repair shops, they avoid repairing these old devices because too much of a hassle. They have no technical knowledge of searching for the fault of the device, basically. And this interchangeable circuit boards is a lot more easier. And this is the same thing regarding to motor vehicles. 8 years, it will start playing up, and then you end up in a vicious circle of expensive repairs, because it's all for profit now. From projecting the vehicle and to sell it in the showroom to the customer, they're all interested only to make money. They will sell you the finance to purchase it, probably insurance as well for the vehicle, a maintenance plan, or any other type of thing. Because you have to go back there to do those things. Maintenance. And obviously maintenance from a dealership costs a lot more than your so-called garage in your neighbourhood. There's been a lot of cases of spanking brand new cars. The engines wear out before time after a few thousand kilometres, if you're lucky enough. The parts inside the engine, they disintegrate because they're fragile. Because they're made of poor quality components. Obviously, if you would have bought a spare part, it's obvious the quality is superior than the original manufactured supplied on it. But even that as well, with certain brands of cars with certain type of engines, 3-cylinder engines, which most car manufacturers, they put underneath in their models because it's a lot more cheaper manufacture and more high profits. It's all a question of profits, making money. They are there to sell you a service or a product, and once it's sold, tough cheddar.